to lose my mind. You've been gone for so long, I'm running out of time. I need a doctor, call me a doctor. I need a doctor to bring me back to life.
Did I just hear someone say, I need a doctor? Oh well, the doctor is in.
I cross the void beyond the mind, the empty space that circles time. I see where others stumble blind, to seek a truth they never find. Eternal wisdom is my guide. I am the doctor.
Oh yes, I am the doctor. I am the doctor who understands your health. I am the doctor who definitely sees the things that you don't see, especially when it comes to your health and total well-being. I am Dr. Vicky Lonia here, and this is the program Doc Talk, where we get to talk about your health and total well-being because it's of utmost and absolute importance to me. Yes, because when you don't have a good health, you definitely will not have wealth now, would you? Because they say it is only a man that is healthy that goes looking for money. Good. So we need to make sure that you are in perfect health condition. And it's also advised that you visit your doctor on a constant basis. You don't really need to be sick. You don't need to be sick in order to visit your doctor. You don't need to be dying before you visit your doctor. You can as well just go ahead and visit your doctor at any time. Just visit your doctor for general body checkup and all that. Great. So that's exactly what we are doing right here on Doc Talk. Keeping you aware, keeping you abreast of health conditions, helping you become knowledgeable about these health conditions so that you can prevent them, or if you could not prevent, so that you can be able to treat them. Or if you are not even going through the health conditions, you can as well educate someone out there about this health condition. No knowledge is lost, remember? No knowledge is lost. Great. Now, today's episode of Doc Talk is sponsored by Lucky Star Pharmacy. Yes, Lucky Star Pharmacy is situated in Benin City, Plymouth Road off Bobizwa Junction, Benin City, Edo State. The address is listed right there at the description of this episode. Okay, Lucky Star Pharmacy is a pharmacy where you can go to for the best of over-the-counter drug dispensation, pharmaceutical and medical consultation. Yes, you can get that over there at Lucky Star Pharmacy. So for those of you in Benin City, or you're going to Benin City, and you're looking for the best of medical and pharmaceutical advice or consultation or over the drug dispensation, then go to Lucky Star Pharmacy. Great. And they are the official sponsors of today's episode of the program. Great. So moving straight ahead, what exactly are we going to be looking at today on Doc Talk? Today on Doctor, we're going to be looking at this really broad health condition called stroke. Stroke. S-T-R-O-K-E. Stroke. And you're going to say stroke? Yes, stroke. It is a medical condition that really needs to be talked about. A lot of our loved ones, our elderly loved ones, have died of stroke. We feel so bad when our loved ones die. Most of us have lost our parents to stroke. Most of us have lost our old uncles and aunties to stroke. And you know that even sometimes people in their young ages experience stroke. So, it is something you really need to know about. Why did your loved one have to die of stroke? What is stroke all about? What causes stroke? Is it preventable? Can it be treated? What should I know about stroke? Yes, and I am going to tell you everything you need to know about stroke. Now, it is a broad topic. We are not going to treat everything today because I want to make sure that you understand every segment, every section of this health condition called stroke. So it's divided into the meaning of stroke, the symptoms of stroke, the causes of stroke, the diagnosis of stroke, and the treatment of stroke. Today we are going to be looking at the meaning and causes of stroke, and the symptoms of stroke. We're going to be looking at the meaning and symptoms of stroke today, and tomorrow we're going to be looking at the causes of stroke. And then furthermore, we are going to be looking at the diagnosis and treatment of stroke. Great. Now, is that a deal? Yes, of course it is a deal. So, now that it is a deal, the doctor is in, and it's time to bring the action.
Bring the action.
Okay, because you're ready, then I am ready. Do not forget that this show is sponsored by Lucky Star Pharmacy, situated at Plymouth Road off Babizwa Junction, Benin City, Edo State. If you know Ober Palace, yes, if you know Ober Palace, then you should know Plymouth Road. And if you are right there at Plymouth Road, you are looking straight at Lucky Star Pharmacy. Alright, so what is stroke? What is stroke? What is the meaning of stroke? Now, a stroke actually occurs when the blood supply to a part of your brain is interrupted or severely reduced. When the blood supply to a part of your brain is interrupted or severely reduced, which in turn deprives the brain tissue of oxygen and nutrients. When the blood supply to a part of your brain is interrupted or severely reduced, it deprives the brain tissue of oxygen and nutrients. And when the brain tissue is deprived of oxygen and nutrients, within minutes, the brain cells begin to die. Now, when brain cells begin to die, stroke occurs. Now, mind you, stroke can lead to death. If you don't know that now. It can lead to death. And because it can lead to death, it is a medical emergency, okay? It's not something you can just manage over time till you're ready to go see your doctor. No! When you begin to notice the symptoms, move straight to your doctor, because it is a medical emergency. If not handled immediately, it could lead to the death of a loved one instantly. Okay, so prompt treatment is crucial. Early action and detection can, minimize brain damage and potential complications such as death. Good. Now that you know that, you should also know that there is good news. The good news is that strokes can be treated, okay, and it can be prevented. And many people, a lot of people have been, saved from the clutches of death because of early detection and action. So watch yourself closely, watch your friends closely, watch your loved ones closely for symptoms of stroke. So what are the symptoms of stroke? Watch out for these signs and symptoms of stroke, okay? And if you think that you or someone else may be having a stroke, visit your doctor immediately. So note that when your signs and symptoms begin, because of the length of time they should be present, because of the length of time that they may have been present, it will help you guide your treatment decisions. So when you begin to notice these symptoms I'm going to be calling out, visit your doctor immediately. All right. Number one symptom, trouble with speaking and understanding. Yeah, you or the patient may have experience with confusion, okay? The patient may slow their words or have difficulty in understanding speech and may not be able to flow very well in conversations. Yes, that is a symptom of stroke. Number two symptom is paralysis or numbness of the face, arm, or leg. Okay, you may develop sudden numbness, weakness, or paralysis in your face, arm, or leg, especially on one side of your body. Okay, try raising both hands up over your head at the same time. If one arm actually begins to fall, you may be having stroke. And similarly, if one side of your mouth begins to drool when you try to smile, you may be having stroke. Great. Now, another symptom is trouble with seeing in one or both eyes. Trouble with seeing in one or both eyes. You may suddenly have blurred or blackened vision in one or both eyes, or you may begin to see what we call double. Begin to see, like you put up one finger and you are seeing like 2 fingers or 3 fingers. Yeah. All right. Next one is headache. A sudden severe headache, which may be accompanied by vomiting, dizziness, or altered consciousness, may indicate that you're having stroke. This kind of stroke, this kind of headache that suddenly hits you, usually on one side of your brain, and all of a sudden you're on the ground or you shake. You start convulsing, it causes, altered consciousness, you definitely are having a symptom of stroke. Visit your doctor immediately, or if you notice it in someone else, take that person to the doctor immediately. And then trouble walking is also another symptom of stroke. When one is having trouble with walking, okay, walking, not working, okay, not working, it is walking, walking. All right, when one is having trouble with walking, you may stumble or experience sudden dizziness, loss of balance, or loss of coordination when you're walking. That is a symptom of stroke. So most people, when you see someone going through this symptom of stroke, these symptoms I have mentioned, or you happen to be going through these symptoms, visit your doctor immediately. When to see your doctor? Seek immediate medical attention if you notice any of the signs or symptoms of stroke that I have mentioned out. Even if they seem to fluctuate or disappear, when they come, they come, they disappear, but as long as it is coming on a regular basis and it keeps disappearing and coming, visit your doctor immediately, okay? Because we don't want you dying suddenly of stroke, or you don't want that loved one of yours dying suddenly of stroke, okay? Now, seek medical attention even if your symptoms seem to fluctuate or disappear. Now, there is a code called FAST, F-A-S-T, okay? Think fast. And do the following I'm going to list out right now. Think fast. F stands for face. Ask the person to smile. Does one side of the person's face droop, or does one side of your face droop when you try to smile? That is code for F, face. Code for A is arms. Ask the person, or you should try to raise both of your arms. Does one arm drift downward, or is one arm unable to raise up? Okay, the next one there is code S, which means speech, which is for speech. Ask the person, or you should try to repeat a simple phrase. Is your speech slurred or strange? The person cannot really repeat the phrase. Strange sound coming out from the person's mouth when he tries to, repeat that phrase. Good. Then the last code there is T. T stands for time. When you notice F, A, and S, which is face, arm, and speech, call emergency immediately. Call the hospital immediately, and the person should be taken straight to the hospital for quick diagnosis and treatment. Because when stroke is detected early and action is taken early, trust me, it could be treated and prevented from having to go straight to higher complications, which could lead to death of a loved one. Great. Now, from symptoms, we have looked at the meaning of stroke. We have looked at the symptoms of stroke. So what is left is the causes, the diagnosis, and the treatment of stroke. And those are what we are going to be looking at tomorrow on tomorrow's edition of Doc Talk. We are going to be looking at the causes, the diagnosis, and the treatment of stroke. So now that you have known the meaning of stroke, which happens to be when the brain is short of blood, oxygen, and nutrients, when a part of the brain is no longer receiving blood, which leads to shortage of oxygen and nutrients, which in turn begins to cause the death of brain cells, that is straight up stroke. So when someone asks you next time what is stroke, you'll be able to explain. I have also given you the symptoms of stroke. Okay, so when you begin to notice yourself going through these symptoms, or you begin to notice another person going through these symptoms, straight up to the hospital. That is when you need to see your doctor. So don't miss tomorrow's edition of Doctor, because we're going to be looking at what causes stroke, how one can diagnose stroke, and how it can be treated tomorrow on Doctor. Do not forget that this edition of the program is sponsored by Lucky Star Pharmacy. Yes, situated in Benin City at Plymouth Road off Bobiswa Junction, Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. Thank you so much, Lucky Star Pharmacy, for bringing to the awareness of the public of this health condition called stroke. Great. So all of me remains Vickylonia, and that's all I've got for you right here on Doc Talk. So stay tuned to Vickylonia Radio, because this is where you get the best of information and entertainment all in one. Do have a lovely Wednesday. Besides, it's Wednesday. Don't forget to celebrate the women in your life. Till then, ciao ciao now.